surprisingly, I'm not in as much pain as I thought I would be. Did not need ibuprofen on lunch break. And then I found out our Coke vendor that we usually have is on vacation. So the random people who are filling in suck. The woman that was filling in today was a lazy bitch. I needed the 24-pack Diet Coke. It was all the way at the bottom of the pallet, underneath regular Coke, Coke Zero. Most of the pallet was regular Coke. And then there was some 24 packs of Sprite on top. She didn't even do it. She dipped. I'm like, yeah, I'm not pulling all that shit off just to get to the bottom. My carpal tunnel hands will not allow all that heavy lifting. There's just no way. So I had to no pick it and substitute 2 of the 12 packs because the lazy bitch just dipped and did not finish her job. Like, if y'all can't handle the heavy lifting, you should not even be working there. Because those cases of soda get heavy after a while. So yeah, I was a little pissed off because they're trying to, be more accurate. Apparently the numbers sucked while I was on vacation. I'm like, well. And this is also proof that communication sucks in retail because nobody told me about this little nifty trick with the backroom picking tool that you can set it to only pick digital exceptions until today. Like, I didn't even know about it until today. Because somebody always said, oh, just open up VizPick and whatever you need should highlight blue. I'm like, no, that's not necessarily true, because if it is an item that's new and doesn't have a home, it's not going to show up blue because it has nowhere to go after you've pulled your one out that you need for your order. Or if it comes in as a deleted item that they're supposed to randomly fill to the shelf somewhere, like squeeze it in somewhere, as we like to call it. Like, this happens a lot of times with Hostess snack cakes. They get seasonal ones in, maybe like a box or two, and we're just supposed to squeeze them on the shelf with the rest of the brand. And Overnight obviously doesn't do it because it has no home, so they just leave it with the overstock. It gets put in the bin and pretty much left there until either somebody online orders it, I go back and get it, find out that it's fucking expired, and then can't give them what they ordered because it's expired. Or I'm the one, if it's not expired, that has to pull it out and squeeze it in on the shelf somewhere with that brand. So it's just like, but yeah, now there's like a little filter thingy that will literally only pick that item that you need for that exception, and it'll literally say exception next to it, so it's kind of nice. And I didn't even know about it. But it's definitely helpful for my, failing eyesight when it comes to the top parts of the bins where they usually put all like the lighter stuff, like the big boxes of potato chips. They're lighter, so we throw them on top. And then the heavier stuff gets put in the bottom. A lot of stuff, like, I already know what the box looks like. So, I can usually find most of it pretty quick if I know what the box looks like. But like, sometimes potato chips are a little hard if they're a new brand or it's just unmarked, and it's like, it helps when they're marked because then I can tell. I was like, okay, I know it's that one. But even still, it's like, I still can't read the UPC number because the way they have the bin labels are just kind of weird now. I mean, they've always been hard to read, but still, it's just like, it's just frustrating. I don't know. It's annoying. But it's like, now at least with that tool, like, it makes things easier. I'm like, hey, guess what? Walmart did something smart for once. It's not saying they always do, but for that, yes. Sometimes it helps to have two pairs of eyes, though. But I mean, for Monday actually wasn't too terrible. I mean, aside from the fact that dairy didn't get done completely. There's kind of only one thing I think in dairy that we couldn't find that was probably buried in one of the pallets that wasn't worked yet. So I had to substitute. But like, we're trying to make sure we find everything. And I think it's funny. It was, what was it? Before Easter, right? People were going fucking crazy ordering the Nido Nice Cubes. And I'm pretty damn sure some of them were reselling them because they were buying a lot. Now, some people were only buying like a couple, and it's like, okay, maybe they're going in, you know, some kids' Easter baskets. But I did a little weird price comparison. And I was like, it makes me wonder how much they are selling for on eBay. And the lowest price for an actual Nido, because there are knockoffs, was $15. Walmart sells them for $12. So, not really too terribly much more. And that's just like for the normal sized one. And then there's like the pack of mini ones. So, like, it wasn't really that much more. It was like, okay, whatever. And I get why people would want them, because they're a lot more sturdy of a squishy than the other ones. The other ones can easily just explode. And that weird, crappy, white shit going everywhere that just sounds so wrong. But, like, it looks gross because we've had one and we've popped it just to see what the stuff inside was. And it was like, ew, this is weird. But, like, I get why that's in it, because it does feel satisfying when you massage it, when you squeeze it. But the Nice Cubes are a lot sturdier. And then I was like, now I wonder how much they're going for on Amazon. On Amazon, for some crazy ass reason, they're selling for $35. I'm like, who the fuck is gonna spend that much when they're cheaper on eBay? And Walmart is completely out. Because I, out of curiosity, went over to our side counter and scanned them. Now, one of the sizes said we had 44 on hand, but they weren't in the back. And I'm like, yeah, somebody probably walked out the fucking door with these. Betting. So, you know, when inventory comes around in July, they'll get zeroed out. Because God only knows where they are. Somebody had to walk out the door with it. I noticed the other store had keeper boxes on the shelf where they're supposed to go. So they obviously had theft, and they got smart and put them in the security boxes. Because you can't walk out the door with one of those security boxes, it'll set the alarm off. So I was like, damn, we should have done that. And then those 44 would have just gotten probably sold like they should have been. not walk out the fucking door. But I hate people who steal. It just is what it is. Can't stand that shit. I hate people who scalp too, but I hate people who steal more because they just ruin good things for everybody else. So yeah, it's just like, oof. If we ever want one, we're just gonna go eBay and get one. I mean, they're really cool looking. And I was just thinking, like, it'd be cool to, like, shine a light through one. I don't want to get one and see. We only just, like, because I think the normal size only came in blue, but then I saw some on eBay that were purple, and I'm like, I know some of the little ones, like the mini ones, were purple. Because we had the pack of minis, and it comes with, comes with, like, 2 blue, a pink, and a purple or something. I can't remember. There was, like, four little mini ones in there. I was like, I just want a normal size one. Because, like, when you think of Ice Cube, it's like a bluish. You think of a blue, well, normally clear, but, like, when it comes to cartoons and shit, it's usually, like, a bluish color. Yeah, I kind of just like the normal color for one of those. And then I did see some knockoff ones on Amazon, and the ratings for those were terrible. They were like 3.0, 3.2. Like, they were shit. They were so bad. Like, I usually will not buy something off of Amazon unless it's got a 4 rating or higher. Depending on what it is. Like, I'll take a risk if it's something kind of cheap, but, like, for something like that, I would not get a knockoff. And they had a lot of knockoffs that weren't even see-through. They were, like, swirly, kind of like bouncy ball swirly designs in them. And I'm just thinking, yeah, something tells me these are not as sturdy as an Ice Cube. They're probably, like, more squishy. Not sturdy squishy. Because those are considered sturdy squishy. So you can't easily, like, pop them unless you literally, like, poke something sharp into them. But yeah, it's just weird. I mean, it's still, like, seeing the ratings like that is like, well, it lets you know people tried them. And then if you really wanted to go in depth and look at the freaking feedback, because I'm sure they've left feedback if their rating it was that low, which would be kind of interesting. I should have looked at it just to see, because it would have been kind of interesting. But yeah, so, yeah, not a bad day, I guess. Feet are a little sore, but my knee, surprisingly, I was expecting my bad knee to hurt more than it did, and it really doesn't. So, I guess that's a good thing. I do think I want to switch shoes, though, now that I got that closet cleaned out and all those shoes gotten rid of and taken to Goodwill or thrown out. And found the other ones that my friend gave me. I might switch and try a different pair. Because they say it's not good to wear the same pair of shoes like every day. You should switch them up. And I think I am going to switch mine up. And try a different pair tomorrow. Because Tuesdays are usually... It was actually, like, surprisingly kind of slow for a Monday. But they were also saying that yesterday was really, really, really bad. So... maybe that's why today was kind of slow. Tuesdays are usually the slowest. So, I may just try a different pair tomorrow and see how they work. Because I know she gave me my friend gave me a pair of Skechers. And I've not touched them, so, like, all I really gotta do is, put my insoles in and see how they work. I need a lighter weight pair for the summer anyway, because these are kind of thick and they kind of get hot. Now that it's getting warmer, I definitely need something that'll breathe a little bit more. Especially since I'm walking all day at work. I'm surprised nobody commented on my haircut. Like, only one person did. And that was my work wife. Like, she's the only one that said anything. But, yeah, whatever. It feels good. That's all I'm gonna say. It feels damn good. I'll have it short and it'll be easier to brush out. And the kid just got home. Alright, I will see you guys tomorrow. Also, I do have a surprise coming. I'm gonna take a break from doing candy for Sweet Treat Sundays. I'm going to switch it up as it gets warmer. And I'm gonna start doing ice cream.